I don't know. I
What's
should have.
Spanish for believe it? That's the hello. Welcome to Do You Watch Anime? My name is Adam Corky, and I can. There we go. And we have lost everyone. No. Welcome to Do You Watch Anime? A show where I sit down with a guest and ask them, do you watch anime? And we go from there. So today joining me is cosplayer and fellow nerd Saber.
Yeah. Woo! Which camera do I look at? Both?
Either or. You can pick.
Split my eyes.
Just like a fish.
Yeah.
So we're on such a good roll now. So do you watch anime?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
You couldn't tell?
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Even the Naruto earrings?
Oh, I didn't even notice the earrings. Okay. All right. We're oh god, I have feelings about that. So how did you originally get into anime?
So I feel like I practiced for this because I was like, I know this is going to be a question. But my fondest or furthest memories of watching anime was, I want to say like YTV when they had it. Their little anime at night kind of thing. Don't remember how old I was. I want to say between maybe like 5 to 8 maybe. Definitely started with Dragon Ball Z.
Hell yeah,
classic.
let's go.
Yeah. Sorry guys if you didn't want to hear that.
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, and Sailor Moon was also there too.
Okay.
So definitely like I want to say the classics per se, or like the very like intro animes, you know?
Yeah.
So DBZ for the action, Inuyasha for love, Sailor Moon for more action, you know? Yeah.
Oh my god. So where did you go from childhood to be like, ooh, I actually like
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say I just have very like strong memories of watching Naruto Shippuden in high school.
Okay.
But that's such a big jump from, I want to say 8 years old. But I feel like in between that time, because like I think there were still streaming services, but I didn't have any of them.
Yeah.
So a lot of the anime I watched was through TV.
Yeah.
And then I know for a time, like YTV or like Canadian networks stopped showing anime on television. I know, right?
Sadness.
They stopped showing it on TV. So I just remember watching Naruto in Spanish on YouTube. Yeah, like
Damn. Okay. That's commitment.
you know,
that is.
and it's funny because now I'm on Duolingo learning Spanish, but I don't know. I
What's
should have.
Spanish for believe it? That's the
That is a good question.
Yeah. The most annoying person in Spanish.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I remember watching definitely like anime music videos as well on YouTube.
Of course.
But yeah, a lot of Naruto in Spanish. I think
Okay.
even like trying to rewatch Inuyasha or continuing it in Spanish as well too, but with like the English subtitles.
Of course.
But then when I got to high school, I think that's when I discovered Crunchyroll.
Okay.
And then me and my brother always watched anime. He's 4 years older than me, so he kind of knew all the tech and wherever to find it.
Yeah.
So at that time, we were on Crunchyroll for free. And then continuing Naruto Shippuden, and then there were so many other ones. I should have brushed up on my anime watch list.
It's all good.
But what else was popular back then? Bleach.
Okay.
I remember streaming Bleach illegally.
Of course, yeah.
On whatever sites I could find,
Yeah.
because that again was on the TV at the time. But then they took it off halfway, so then I had to continue watching it on whatever sites I could find it.
Yeah.
Same with Zatch Bell.
Okay.
What else was there? I think Hack Sign. No, that I think that one scared me when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. Dude.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot going on.
It went from like happy Zatch Bell to like horror.
Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, I want to say illegal streaming sites per se, and then Crunchyroll throughout high school, because I just remember watching Naruto Shippuden and like the Ninja War. Like, for the longest time. Don't get me wrong, I still love it, but it was just like a very long period, and I remember watching that a lot in high school. What else? Oh, my friend was trying to get me to watch Haikyuu.
Okay.
And I was a volleyball player at the time. I still am.
Okay.
But I was like, I'm not going to watch volleyball. I'm going to play it. So I didn't watch it. And now at my grown age, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
And like trying to catch up. But yeah, I would say continued throughout high school per se.
Yeah. I for the longest time thought Zatch Bell was a fever dream.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's
straight
fair.
up, like straight up. Like I was like, I remember this being on TV, but like, was it real?
Right?
Like,
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot going
Some
on.
of them looked like puppets.
Yeah.
Some of them looked like people.
Yeah.
There was a horse. like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Matter? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? You know?
Straight up.
So-
I was in college when I was getting back into anime, and one of my roommates was just like, "Oh yeah, and there's Zatch Bell," and I was like, "I remember this," and then he put it on, and I was like, "I don't remember any of this."
Yeah.
And like, just the God,
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
I just remember, like, I guess this was my early days as a cosplayer. This is probably bad to say, but I remember, like, you know how they had their books?
Yeah.
So I would always have these tiny little Bibles by my bedside. So I would take them and I'd be like, this is my Momoto's book, and carry it around with me, you know? But in hindsight, I'm like, wow, that's so sacrilegious. But, you know, watch anime, kids.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God.
But it's just like these core memories,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm just there's 2 points that I'm just like. First, obviously, the Bible thing.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Second, cosplaying from Zatch Bell.
I know.
Even like,
I know.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't have a doll as a Momoto. I didn't
Yeah.
have an outfit as Kyo.
Yeah.
I just had a book and I was saying random words.
I just had a book and a dream.
Yeah. It was like my intro to like demon exorcism, you
Yeah.
know? Oh god.
Oh my God.
And here I am now.
Here
so-
we are. Oh my God. Yeah, I very like, because I was the same where I don't know if you were like the same as me where you would watch anime on like YTV or Teletoon.
Yeah.
And you would just watch random episodes that
Yeah.
they would just put on.
Yeah.
And it would be like the newest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, awesome. And then the next episode after it is the first episode. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
No continuity.
why?
They're like, you can have your cake, but
Yeah.
I'll give you the portions for it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Or like it's next episode of Sailor Moon, and it's like the 4th season. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what's going on here?
Right?
Where are we?
But I feel like at that age, I wasn't like my frontal lobe didn't develop enough for me
Yeah.
to be like, this is out of order.
Yeah.
But like I knew something was different, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, looking back, it's
Yeah.
like very much like that.
Yeah,
you know?
the only actually the first time I noticed it was with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Because it went from Frieza all the way to Cell,
Of course, of course.
and they were middle of the battles, back to back episodes, and I'm like, I literally turned to my mom and went, "What is this?
Yeah.
What happened? Frieza was yesterday.
Yeah.
Why is Cell here?"
What sick game am I
Yeah,
in? Yeah.
yeah. Like, am I tripping?
Yeah.
God. So, growing up,
Mm-hmm.
what was kind of your favorite thing about Dragon Ball Z?
I would say was definitely the fighting. I know a lot of people say nowadays it's cliche. It's the same thing every single time. Whatever. As a kid,
you don't have brains, bro.
Exactly, right?
It is perfect.
yeah, maybe you just didn't understand it. But I feel like it was definitely a lot of, I want to say the action per
Yeah.
se, like all the fighting and the transformations and the different abilities that they used as well too. I'm a diehard Gohan fan. So
Oh hell yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
so Cell games, that was my shit.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Yep.
When Gotenks was a thing,
Yep.
when they
Yep.
fused,
Yep.
Vegito, Gogeta,
Yeah.
all those things. I feel like that kept me very like captivated. I didn't even realize there was kind of like a storyline to it per se.
Yeah.
I was just like, they're fighting, they're saving the world.
Let's
a monkey,
go.
yeah.
Let's
you
go.
know?
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, definitely the transformations,
Yeah.
the abilities, the fighting. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was obviously the fighting. I would pretend. I was an only child until I was like 6. So I was watching Dragon Ball like age 5 or around there.
Yeah.
So I would, how do you? I had an imagination, like a big imagination growing up.
Yeah.
So I would legitimately just pretend I was in Dragon Ball, like during recess.
Oh no.
And oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I would just like Kamehame, like I would be that cringy person in the all you hear is and I'm like, oh great. Thinking about it, I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't, get admitted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, imagine if some teacher's like, hey, stop that. And I'm just like, no, I'm fucking Piccolo right now, okay? Yeah, Piccolo it's still my favorite character in Dragon Ball.
He's a ride or die,
He is.
He's like
he's the best dad in
the show. Ultimate babysitter.
Exactly. Even
Turned orange.
Even in Super, he is the best babysitter ever. But yeah, I have so many fun. So I told this story last week, where I actually got mad and like I hated Inuyasha for the longest time because it was 8:30 Dragon Ball, 9:00 Inuyasha.
Yeah,
and I was like, there's not enough Dragon Ball. I want more Dragon Ball. What is this trash?
Oh, no.
And it didn't occur to me that it was very good until Moon showed me it like in college, and I was like, oh, I don't hate this. This is actually very good. I'm mad at my stupid being like, there's no Dragon Ball. I want an hour and a half of Dragon Ball. So what was it about Inuyasha that you kind of was just like, ooh, I like this?
I feel like
because you kind of went from fighting to romance.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what it was. That was my first like intro to like love, you know? Yeah. As a child, I mean, yeah, there's my parents, but that's boring. Yeah. Definitely Kagome jumping down that well gave me some ideas. I'm not gonna lie. If I ever saw a well somewhere, would I try to jump down it? If it was empty and no water, maybe. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely their relationship, and I want to say the chemistry that they built around them was, I don't know, very intriguing. And Inuyasha being like so, I guess like vulgar per se, or like very hot-headed. Yeah. That's also nice to see as well. And even the idea or the love triangle between them and Kikyo, like that was the first.
Fuck that bitch.
Right? Yeah, fuck Kikyo. That was the first intro to like a messy relationship, you know?
Yeah.
Like this was like Jersey Shore before Jersey was a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because it was always so like, I don't know, like, and even Naraku, that guy was obsessed.
Yeah.
He was obsessed. I think, he was obsessed with Kikyo. Every time something was going, well, not going right, right for Kikyo, but not for Inuyasha and Kagome. Naraku would just show up out of nowhere with his demons or wearing another face or something. So I feel like it was always like keeping me on edge, and I didn't even understand these themes in media before, but it's so good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I really like about it is it gives time for all the characters. It's not just like kind of like it's just about Goku, right?
Yeah.
It's it like gives time for Sango and what she's going through and what Moroku's going through and vice versa and all that, all that fun stuff. But like, I'm just like, I like that.
Yeah.
Because at first I hated Moroku so much. And I'm just like, you're just a perv.
Yeah.
Because I hate that trope in
right.
But I'm like, oh, you're going through it as soon as he got the bees in him.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, I am not a good part of the team now. And I'm like, oh, good. Look, depth.
Yeah.
How's that work? But yeah, I was very surprised that it was that good.
Right?
I was in college being like, no, it's shit.
Yeah.
No, it's shit. Like, I've heard it's really bad.
Oh, no.
And Moon's like, who you heard that from? And I'm like, me.
Yeah.
Okay? Childhood me said it was bad. Also, it had blood and guts, and I was scared.
Oh, yeah? Oh, my God.
I was like, it was 9:00. That disclaimer came on. It's bedtime.
That is true. Like, looking back, it was pretty, like, gory and, like, very scary. I remember the first demon that they fought with, like, the hair or whatever, and, like, she had all the skulls and everything.
And
like
the titties, like,
Jesus.
Yeah. I was like...
They're, like, trying to draw you in.
Yeah.
But it's scary as fuck at the same time. Yeah.
So, Naruto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What was it about Naruto that kind of like hooked you? Because every single goddamn person that I've had on this podcast has a completely different answer.
Okay, so I know now. I feel like I've recently learned this, but I'm like a huge like series person over like movies because I love growing with the characters and like the storyline as well too. But I didn't realize that until recently. So I feel like passively growing up, that was a big part of like what my favorite animes were, and I guess also for the length of Naruto, like how long it was also a big part in why I love it so much. But I definitely don't love it for the cliche of like, and sorry to the Naruto fans, but the whole idea of Naruto being like abandoned and everyone's making fun of him and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah. That's what, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like the way Team 7 was like built, and then they started getting along, and then Sasuke went away, and then they're trying to get him back, and then Kakashi's still there too. I feel like because I've always been a part of like sports teams and different teams like that and stuff, so big team player mentality, I would say. So I think that is what really hooked me into the anime, and I just kept watching it throughout like majority of my life, I want to say. What else? Yeah, I feel like just seeing the Team 7, I was just rooting for them, I would say, not only solely Lonely Naruto, but like seeing all of them kind of come together and mature and grow up was really good. That's why when I see Boruto, I'm like, fuck them kids. But yeah, I would say I just really like growing with the characters, specifically Team 7, because there are different teams in it as well too, but I don't really care about them either. Yeah.
Okay. So I've only watched the first 30 episodes,
That's
of
okay.
Naruto. The original one, not Shippuden, because you start Shippuden, I'm like, what's going on? So from the first 30 episodes, I hate Sasuke so much.
Oh, that is fair.
Okay,
that is
I was like,
fair.
that person, he is a war criminal.
Yeah.
He pisses me off. I like characters that are broody and stuff. That's fine, but he's just like, I hate everything, and I'm like, okay, all right. What? Oh, you hate this as well? You hate everything?
Right.
Okay.
And I feel like when they released Naruto back in the day, Sasuke was probably one of those first characters that we see. So to us, it's like, oh, this is new and like fresh. He has his own thing.
Yeah.
But now, like, if you go and watch it now, you're just like, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, get therapy. Come on.
Him and Naruto are basically the same, and don't quote me on that for the diehard fans.
Yeah.
But they're basically the same. Like, no family, kind of like loners, except Sasuke is Mr. Loverboy because everybody wants to be with him at this young age, might I remind people.
Yes.
But they essentially have the same storyline, but he just has an attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. I was just like, I'm supposed to like him?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to like any of these? Well, I like Kakashi and Sakura. I like them. But the other two, I'm like, am I supposed to like them?
And I think the problem is
because Naruto had by episode 30 grown on me.
Yeah.
Because it's a typical shonen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm gonna be the best.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like,
He's very loud.
Yeah.
And I said this at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
A lot of people got on Asta for being loud.
Oh.
But Naruto's there with that.
Yep.
Well, I watched it in English, but that raspy ass voice, no offense to the voice actor.
Yeah.
But all the time, believe it. I'm going to do it. You know.
Yeah. At least with Asta, I found Asta way more funny. Where, you know, when Asta screams in English, I am literally on the floor because he's just so. It reminds me of in Demon Slayer when I actually said this yesterday to Froppy. In Demon Slayer when Inosuke wakes up from being knocked out and he just starts screaming, and I'm like, I fucking love that.
Yeah.
And he just literally, the episode will start and he's running and he's just like, ah! And I'm like, I love it. Sorry, Casper. But I'm just like, I love that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but like with Naruto, I'm like, stop whining, please.
I know, right?
The yelling, fine. I can get behind the yelling.
Yeah.
But the whining, stop.
Right?
Also, stop being naked with the naked women.
There's so many things I forgot, but yeah, he did do that.
Yeah. He did that, and I'm like, what?
You're like, are you watching this shit?
Yeah. Yeah. I've tried so much because so many of my friends are just like, you watch Naruto. I was like, I don't have time.
Yeah,
I'm watching One Piece.
Oh, damn. Like, from how far are you?
Moon and I are rewatching.
Oh, damn.
Well, she's seeing it for the first time. I'm rewatching.
Yeah.
Because I've watched One Piece my entire life.
Same.
Yeah. So I'm just like rewatch. We're on episode 103 now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn.
103, and I love Vivi so much.
Apparently, she has a huge forehead. That's what people say.
Yeah, she does. Don't care.
I've never noticed.
Neither have I.
TikTok is.
Yeah. Look at Nami.
Yeah, right.
I love her. I have a giant forehead tattooed on me right now, but like a giant forehead with bangs. Like Oda just likes foreheads,
right?
Like,
and everyone else should too.
Yeah. You see Frankie? You see Frankie? Frankie's head's massive. But yeah, it's been really cool going back and like seeing how far we've come because we watched the live action.
Oh yeah.
And then we went kind of went after like after that ended.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Nice.
But every now and again I'll be like, okay, I'm going to pick it up again.
Yeah.
I'm going to see. And then I last 10 episodes and I'm like, okay, that's enough. I'm like, is there a Naruto Kai I can watch? Is there a
abridged
or a Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if, say I come to you and I've never seen Naruto before.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say if I'm like, I'm trying to get into it? What do you say to that?
I would honestly. Have you started watching it at this point?
At this point, I am about to hit episode 1.
Okay. I would say, and sorry, the cliche, I would be like, it's a really good story about Naruto's coming of age, him finding his family, like really give the heartstrings to try and rope you in. But then I would hope that you would like it more for like the action and storyline per se.
Yeah.
But I feel like nowadays with so many other animes and so many other stories, it's so hard to lock in sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was all we had, you know? And then that was kind of like what I knew. So I was comfortable with that and I enjoyed it. But yeah, I would say watch it for the story, his development. Because as a character, he definitely grows into like a good adult or a good decision-making adult, I would say.
Yeah.
But with that said, that's like Naruto. Yeah. So, you know, I feel like I would have to finesse you, you know? Yeah. Just be like, it gets better at episode 25 or something. Yeah.
I see my pitch would be I was like, do you like Satoru Gojo? There's a other blindfolded man. Well, one eye patch, whatever. There's another one. He's the OG. Okay,
you're right.
He may like a lot of smut, but
you can look past it.
You can look past it. Exactly.
I will say that episode 7. I believe it's episode 7. Or 8 when they fight Zabuza.
Yeah.
See, that's a good episode.
That's a good. I was like, oh man, and like I hit that episode, and I was like, oh fuck, they did the shonen thing. I'm hooked. Fuck.
Yeah.
And
there it is, episode 7.
Yeah, episode 7. There you go. It takes that 7 episodes. Much shorter than Demon Slayer. But yeah, I was just like, okay. They're hooking me. Okay, we're good. I can feel the shonen like bzzz, like it's going off. We're good. It was the same with Hunter x Hunter. I hit like it started with a fucking tournament arc. So I was just like But yeah, I was just like, oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be hooked. And then episode 25, and I'm like, okay,
slows down.
I think I'm done. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good. Thank you so much, Naruto. No. But like, yeah, I won't shit on it because like it's one of the greatest of all time for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And every story has its faults.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not I'm not gonna say like Dragon Ball is much better. No. But yeah, I love how many people come on the show and it's like Naruto's my favorite, and I'm just like, I'm gonna absolutely shit on it for it now. But like it's really cool to see people still loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to 20 years later.
Yeah, forever.
Like forever. Like even newer people coming into the community,
Mm-hmm.
that are picking it up and loving it.
Yeah,
and like that's such a lovely. It's a lovely feeling to be like, oh, the classics aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So aside from Naruto, I just aside from Naruto, what are some of your favorite anime?
Bleach.
Okay.
Fairy Tale.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Power of Friendship.
You got.
if people want to
you
talk
got a
about
team?
It. Yeah. I don't know. I really love Natsu's the standard. What do they call them? The Big Four, I guess. Or yeah. His squad.
Yeah.
Fairy Tale. If you want to feel good, watch Fairy Tale. That's what it is. People are like, the power of friendship is what it does. Blah blah blah. Well, maybe you need some friends. There, I said it. Maybe you need some friends. All right, but no. In all seriousness, I feel like it's literally a feel-good anime. I started rewatching it a couple months ago just because.
Yeah.
And I was just watching it and I was like, this is hilarious. And also like they never lose, which I personally like,
Yeah.
There's never a I guess like a bad ending or I guess a bad ending per se, but not bad as in like bad writing, but bad as in everybody's dead.
Yeah.
But they do lose sometimes. I'll say that. But other than that, it's a very good like feel good story. Even when there's like little bits of filler, I feel like it still leads into like the next arc, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Also, I have the same birthday as Natsu. First time that
there you
ever
go.
happened in an anime. So
Oh yeah.
You
There
know,
you go.
my bias.
Yeah, exactly. It's
have
destined.
to.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fairy Tale's great.
Yeah, I hate Fairy Tale.
Oh, you do? Oh
Yeah. No, I don't hate it. Okay, I don't hate it. It's just easy to shit on it. I had Bite Props on here, and she's like, "Yeah, it was either one of her first anime she really got into, or one of her favorite." And I'm like, "Uh-oh."
Oh no.
Because like I do like the power of friendship.
Yeah.
I'm just I need something more
Fair, that's
to
fair.
entice me.
Yeah.
Especially for that long. And just in my like, because don't do what I did, okay? Don't start off with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood as your first anime.
Oh no.
As your first like big anime. Because that'll be your bar
Yeah.
for everything else, and it'll ruin everything. Because I went from Full Metal Alchemist to Fairy Tale.
Oh geez.
And I was just like, what
so
the
different.
fuck is this? Like, also, no offense to Happy can go fuck himself. Happy is so annoying.
Maybe I'll cover the cat's ears.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, it's and I'm just
Let it out.
like, I've seen like, because I go on TikTok and I see edits and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen edits of some of the fight scenes. I was like, that's cool. Don't care for anything else.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's cool. That's a cool. I know the cool moments that happen, but I'm just like, I don't want to sit there and just
watch forever.
That's
fair. That's fair.
He also over-sexualized.
Who?
Lucy's over-sexualized.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, that too.
I take back a lot of what I said. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This is another anime I watched in high school.
Oh yeah.
But you're actually so right. I'm
Yeah.
like having flashbacks now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, she is. And a
Yeah.
lot. Oh god. Wow.
Yeah.
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 She's like 16, 17, right?
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah, 17,
Like,
yeah,
pretty
something
young.
like that. Yeah, she's young.
Yeah, now that you bring that up, it was like there was the comedy
Yeah.
and then there was the fan service.
Yeah.
But it was really just, over sexualizing her. Like, even to the point of where it almost seemed like her character was breaking the fourth wall of being like, what the fuck is happening? You know?
Yeah.
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 Damn.
Yeah, it's
Don't watch Fairy Tale Kids.
I mean, that's the same reason I couldn't get into Fire Force.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love the action in Fire Force,
Mm-hmm.
but seeing someone's clothes burn off every
Yeah.
single episode, no thank you.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Distracting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of takes me out of it.
Right.
You know,
It's
kinda,
always just like, there's never a moment
no.
for that fan service or
Yeah.
whatever. And especially like in the Fire Force story too,
Yeah.
them like fighting these fire demons
it's
and
fucking
stuff.
sick.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then this girl's like, I have powers too.
Yeah.
And then oops.
Oops.
And you're like, what?
Yeah, I'm like that. Okay. I'm like, I was really into that fight, and then it's just like, oopsies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god. Yeah. It's not as bad as this one that I'm gonna say. Neither is Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
7 Deadly Sins
Oh.
is the worst for that.
Yeah.
It is. I didn't even last an episode.
No.
I literally, I was like, oh, okay, let's try it because like it sounds cool, right? I didn't know anything about it. And then Meliodas just feels that person's titty,
Yep.
and I'm like, people like this,
Right? Every chance he gets.
Yeah, straight
Every
up.
chance.
Yeah, I'm like, you Mineta fucking, like even Mineta isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that as a Mineta hater. Yeah, like, ugh. And like I love Mashoka Tensei, but there is some of that in there, and it's
Oh, is that the one with the kid?
yeah,
Oh yeah. I haven't
where
watched
he
that
gets
yet.
transported into a medieval world like from birth, and yeah, it's fucking beautiful storytelling. Just sometimes stop being horny, please.
Yeah.
Please, I'm begging you.
Right? And I feel like growing up, you see these things and you're like, whatever, because
Yeah.
you're a kid.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's like, awesome story. And then you see that and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Why do I need this? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Now it's weird.
Yeah.
Why'd you make it weird?
Yeah.
Mhm.
My dress up darling.
Yeah.
Why'd you make it weird?
Oh, I've heard things about that.
I was like, I was a great romance. I was like, cosplay?
Mhm.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And then it's just, I'm like, man, come on.
Right?
Let us
Can't
have
have
one
anything.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
like, god damn. Like, just, I'm just, please stop. No. But yeah, I just, goodness, the fucking fan service. I can't.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Like,
Yeah.
it being such a heavy thing.
Yeah.
In a lot of animes.
Mhm.
I'm like trying to think of one that I saw recently
Mhm.
where it was like very prevalent.
Yeah.
Unless it was something I was rewatching, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was very much the same thing. Like I'm just
Mm-hmm.
watching a great story and then like randomly it's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing right now? You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Straight up. I was just like, panty shot. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I pushed out the trauma.
So, my voice is going. So what are some that you're watching now?
Well, right now I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I kept seeing it on like my TikTok and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And a lot of my mutuals were talking about it too. So I was like, I want to see what the hype's about.
Yeah.
But I feel like I went into it like very misled because there was that trend of the JoJo pose and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I was like, okay, maybe they like,
It's just that, right? It's just.
and then like a tidal wave pops
Yeah.
out, you know? So I thought like they would hit these poses and
Yeah.
like, summon whatever powers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I started from the beginning. So I'm on part 4 now, or season
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
But it was very different from what I
Yeah.
thought I was getting. And then I kept thinking about the name, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like,
Yeah.
what's so bizarre? And then
Everything.
yeah. It's just like very random, I guess,
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah.
But then even still, it's kind of like, I guess it makes sense because it's in the scope of this universe, you
Yeah.
know? So it kind of just follows the storyline. And then I just finished season 3 the other day, which was like pretty long because I took a couple breaks in between.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just funny like watching it and like seeing like Abdal die.
Yeah.
And it was like the black guy died first and then he got back to life and he died again first in the final fight. And then his stand is also like a burning hot chicken. And I was like,
Jesus.
I was like, oh, like this is interesting, you know?
Oh my God.
But
yeah.
it was like made way back when.
It
so
was like, I think part 3 was in like the 90s.
yeah. So a lot of the more ideas and emotional sensitivity, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So like me watching it now, I was just like,
I
was like, wait a minute.
One of these things just doesn't belong. There's
right?
yeah.
Because the stands can be like anything.
Yeah.
And like, have you guys seen it before?
I have, yeah.
Okay. Like, like JoJo's stand is Star Platinum.
Yeah.
And then like Polnareff is the thing with the sword, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just like, this guy has a burning chicken.
Yeah, you
know?
didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
right. You're, as the author, you did not have to.
Right? And they're like, his stand is the most powerful. And then I was like, he died twice. I was just like, what is going on?
Oh, God.
But like, again, like it was such a long story.
Yeah.
So, and I really liked it, like growing with the characters and like seeing them kind of grow and develop. But then in the end, when they're fighting Dio, they all get wrecked. Like, they get destroyed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like everyone's dying except for Polnareff.
Yeah.
But now I'm on season 4. So they're in the city of, I forget, it starts with an M. But it's like new scene, new I guess JoJo in a way because there's Josuke.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'll say they got me hooked now.
Yeah.
Because before I was watching it, I liked season 2 the most. I think with Joseph. I can't remember. Yeah. Like I really liked that. I thought it was like very funny how he always just had a solution for something. Like it was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I knew you were gonna do that in this, blah blah blah. And I was like, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm watching season 4 now. What else am I watching? I think that's. Oh, I saw Kaiju number 8, the first episode.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Right? I was expecting more, but I feel like that's because my shonen brain, you know? I was like, I just want to see more action and stuff.
Yeah.
What else have I watched? I feel like I've been trying to keep up with like everything releasing new. I can't remember.
Yeah. I saw a meme the other day or on Twitter and it was like, who's the biggest hater in all of anime? And someone's like, Dio.
Oh my God.
Because he is hated for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
With no explanation.
He needs to get a job.
Yeah, literally. He's just like, I'm just gonna fight this guy forever.
Right? It was so interesting when he came out at the end of part 3.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, if you could do that the whole time, or I guess he was training his time, whatever thing. But at the same time, like he sent all his other stand people and they got beat, but he wiped them the fuck out. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone messaged me, I don't know, like a couple months ago, being like, I'm gonna start watching JoJo. Do you recommend that? And I was like, do you like weird anime?
Yeah.
Do you like weird stuff? And they're like, oh, blah blah blah. And I was like, don't know what fits for you. Normal person.
Yeah.
This was like a person who I'd been like, you watch anime? And I'm like, why are you watching
out of
JoJo
everything?
out of everything? I'm like, there's Demon Slayer for the normal people.
Everybody loves Demon Slayer.
Everyone loves Demon Slayer. Just don't start with JoJo.
Yeah.
Unless you're really weird. But yeah, JoJo and Baki are kind of on the same level of what the fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so Baki's on Netflix. Go watch that. And then tell me if you liked it, and then go watch JoJo.
Yeah.
Because it's the same level of like
weirdness
and like, did a crackhead write this?
Yeah.
Yeah. God. I also love. I think. In my opinion, JoJo has the best fashion in all of like manga, anime. Doesn't matter.
Bleach is also pretty good.
Bleach
I gotta
is also
say.
Bleach is also very good. It's JoJo, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, yeah.
Has
right?
that.
I haven't even watched it, but I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, straight up. I'm like, ooh.
And I feel like that's why I kept watching too, because
Mm-hmm.
when JoJo stepped on the scene wearing that white fit, I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
He got that thing on.
he got that thing.
Yeah. Him and his little hair hat or hat hair or whatever.
Oh God, it's like sending me back. I'm like, oh God. But yeah, I just the friggin' like what I like. It's such a nerdy thing. What I like in manga / anime is when characters wear different outfits.
Yeah.
And not the same one
Oh,
every
yeah.
single like.
It's so cool to see.
It's so nice.
Yeah. It's like refreshing, but also like very inspiring, like in a fashion sense kind of way. Yeah.
Totally. Like Sailor Moon had that. I think Sailor Moon was one of the like big ones.
Yeah.
Like growing up that had like Usagi had so many different outfits. Same with the Sailor Guardians. Yeah. So also it's just shoujo.
Yeah.
That have like fashion, please. And whenever I see like different, like I'm like, oh, they're wearing this outfit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm just like shook. I'm like, whoa.
Right? It gives so much to the character.
Yeah.
And like, I guess it's like in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing like huge, but it's like huge to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I hate to give it credit. I hate to give it credit, but Rent a Girlfriend does a really good job of that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are those figures up there too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a problem. I have an issue. I have everyone makes fun of me for it. Yeah, I love two of them. There's Chizuru and Sumi.
I haven't seen it. I think I've heard of it.
Don't watch it.
Oh, yeah?
Don't watch it. I compare it to reality TV for anime.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Deal with fairy tale, you can deal with Rent a
actually,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they're all adults. So
Yeah. Oh, that's better.
But yeah, it's Cuck the anime. But yeah, everyone, the amount of people are just like, why do you have this? And I was like, because I have a problem. It's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, I have a very big issue. It's addicting. Like I said, it's like it's reality TV for anime because it's just hot dog trash. And I'm like, I'm trying to look away, but I can't.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got you hooked.
Yeah. It's like just a it's a dumpster fire. Actually, no. Domestic Girlfriend is a dumpster fire. That is reality TV. There you go. There you go. But yeah, the different outfits, I'm just like, yay.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have.
Right?
Like last season, A Sign of Affection came out. And that's one of my favorite like fashion kind of romance anime because again, she goes to school and college with a different outfit every day. And I'm like, that gives so much like it really helps the character kind of like you see what the character likes and like it really kind of and like of course we grow up with, school uniforms.
Yeah.
In every goddamn manga and anime. Yeah, I'm just like
all.
I'm like, okay, there's only so many times I can be like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one we watched the other day that I'm like, oh, she's wearing socks. Like longer socks than everyone else.
Yeah.
She must be a main character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like
They gave her a budget.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. It's also very funny. Speaking of like they gave them a budget. When there's like a bunch. It's like say like a war is going on.
Yeah.
And the main character is like in a row of people, and you can tell that they're the main character because everyone else is like dark. And like no detail, and like this person's just like in a silver coat and they're just like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the main character right there.
Right?
Like
That's their fit.
Yeah. I'm just like, there you go. God damn. So have you seen My Hero?
I have.
You have.
I have.
What are your feelings on My Hero?
Look, it started out great. It started out great. I just feel like the last season for the anime, I feel like it was maybe it took a while for it to be released, and maybe that's why I feel so like dystopian with it.
Okay.
But it felt so like different from like where we left off, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember watching Deku fight Muscular.
Yeah.
Like that was great.
Yeah.
That got me back into like exercising every day. Like it was super inspiring.
Yeah.
But then I feel like was it season 4 was the last one or
Season
6? Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I don't even know. Season 6, it felt so like different now. And like he's like kind of like a vigilante, and he like left the school, so they don't find him there, and then they fought Shigaraki again too. But I don't know, it felt so like it just felt different, I guess.
Yeah.
I may not have all the facts. I don't think I do. But it just felt so different from like seeing the kids training, them going on these missions, fighting the villains and stuff like that. And then I really hated it when Shigaraki got that little lightning spark back, and like it rejuvenated him in his whatever that chamber.
I wanted him to die in that shit.
Literally, it was so funny. They're like, "Oh, a spark," and I was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah.
But I don't know, like it just feels different for me per se.
Yeah.
Like I won't say like it's falling off, but I feel like it's not as, how do I say? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I love like
That's
the first
such an
3.
interesting take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, well, it's my favorite anime and manga. So, no, it's I actually prefer the where it's at now.
Yeah.
Because it started off with this like kind of not a bad thing, but like kind of like lighthearted, kind of like, oh, this is a world with superpowers. With 80%, where we say that every episode.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, this is reality now. This is not just like
Everybody's
sunshine and
rainbows.
rainbows. Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is reality. This is what happens when people get oppressed. This is what happens when, you know, the world turns on superheroes. This is what, and I'm like, ooh, I like it when my shonen gets deep.
Yeah, that is true. There was a lot of topics that could be transferred to the real world.
Yeah,
in the last season.
Yeah, especially where the manga is at now. But I really like the more kind of adult take. Where it's going.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near like a fucking Chainsaw Man or
Yeah.
anything.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not,
that's true.
It's not, you know, Deku's not going,
Yeah.
you know, there's no
Die, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no like excessive gore. But it's just really interesting to see such a shift in I want to say quality. In like
storyline.
kind of like a, what's the word? I'm trying to tone. Yeah, tone. Because like you were saying, like I think at about the Endeavor Agency arc, that's when it started to really like shift. Because it just got real.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit got the whole country went, child soldiers. Yes, please. Because that's essentially what they are, unfortunately. But yeah, I really like because obviously My Hero got me back into anime. So I will obviously always love the early days, and I rewatch My Hero like every year.
Yeah.
And still look at it fondly, but watching it where it is now, it's so nice. And I'm like, you gonna make fun of us now?
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is unfortunately become the laughing stock of the anime community, which I'm like, sadness.
Blame TikTok. Whatever was happening.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of things with like a lot of the things I'm into. I'm not like really in the fandom.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Like apparently the Rick and Morty fandom is like really bad.
Oh yeah, it is.
And I never knew that. I found that out at Comic-Con because Rabib and my friend Gail was telling me.
Yeah.
But like for fandom wise, I'm always like outside of it, just enjoying in my bubble. Same thing with like Voltron. I really love the series. I heard the horror stories though.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I'm just watching it on Netflix, you know? But yeah, bringing it back, whatever apparently happened on TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't want to know.
Yeah.
My videos are still up. They're wholesome. They're good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. It's always funny because like like at a con or something and be like, "Oh, My Hero fucking sucks," or like it sucks, and I just go, "What do you mean?" I look at my my Deku and All Might tattoo,
right?
And they're like, and then they get all awkward, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah. Are you gonna think like Comey sucks now? Come on, come on. But yeah, I just want. Everyone should pick it back up because it is so good.
I agree.
It is so good.
I feel like it's also so trendy to like hate on certain animes, like TikTok, and like I'm sure like Instagram's like this too. But like when I want to say kids, because the majority of it is younger minds.
Yeah.
But like it's trendy to like hate. Even like on video sometimes people will be like, "Oh, bro's trying to be funny." It's like, yeah, no shit. Like that's my brand, you know? It's like you're just trying to like, I don't know, get likes on a comment or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like the same thing happened with My Hero because I'm like, nothing's wrong with the story or the anime.
Yeah.
You said you don't like the fandom or whatever, but it's like these select people that don't know how to act in front of a camera, which is fine, you know? But that doesn't mean like the anime sucks.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's still good,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah. We had one bad arc, and that's it. Okay, we don't talk about the gentleman arc. Moon just like looked very sad at me, but that's. I know, but guess what? Everyone shits on it. That's the reason I dropped it. I'm like, then good,
right?
Like,
That moment with Aerie?
yeah, that moment with Aerie is perfect. Perfect. Makes me cry every time.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn.
Oh, I feel like that arc wasn't even like bad.
No,
I feel like it was just
it was
different.
just fluff. It was just fluff.
Yeah.
It was literally just fluff.
Like a
People
filler.
just wanted. I was like, I want to fight, and I'm like, then don't watch.
Right?
Go back to Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Please.
But even like his powers were pretty cool.
Yeah.
What, was it like the air? Yeah, like
Yeah, it
making
was,
the air bouncy
yeah.
or something. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's like some X-Men shit. Like
Yeah.
it's not about what power you have, it's about how you use it. And then even La Brava, I think, hers was like people she loves gets more strength, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
this is pretty good,
Yeah.
you know? Like, yeah, it's filler, but I don't need 1,000 episodes, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So act right with the My Hero fandom, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
God damn. And like there was just bitching about the internet. No, I just I'm also like the out like in looking in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I always just like see what's on fire. And it's most of like every fandom is on fire.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stupid takes is just like Demon Slayer's mid.
Oh God.
And I'm like,
is it? Maybe you watched it with your eyes closed.
yeah,
you
I'm
know?
just like, I'm sorry that it doesn't have some existential, like,
yeah.
sorry that the story is easy to digest.
Right?
Fucking,
I was like, it was great.
yeah. Yeah. Just sorry it's not Berserk.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Like, what did you want?
Yeah. Do you want, I don't know what you want. So, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
do you watch Jujutsu Kaisen?
So I've caught up with the anime.
Okay.
And then in the manga, I read up to spoiler alert, I guess, but the tournament thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The culling games.
Yeah, the culling games.
Yeah.
I got up to the part. Are you guys like fully caught up?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
fully, yeah.
So you're probably ahead of me. But I got up to the part where Yuta was fighting those two other sorcerers, the one
Okay.
with the wind and then the hair cannon guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I read up to.
Okay.
But
okay.
it's amazing.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about Jujutsu Kaisen? Because again, it's with Naruto. Everyone is different. Right?
Yeah. Favorite part. I mean, I definitely love the happy-go-lucky times.
Yeah,
where no one was dying.
Yeah. Season 1 was so great.
Yeah. I'll say, I don't know. I like watching Yuta fight. I want to say.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Some
like
goddamn love on my
Yuta,
boy.
He's the best.
He's
you know,
the best.
It's and I guess from reading it in the manga, like when
Yeah.
he was fighting those two, like seeing how he just kind of, I guess, like adapts in battle, like is really cool. I like the idea of like how there's someone else. I don't know if I'm saying this wrong, but is it possibly as strong as Gojo, maybe, or stronger? I don't know.
knows?
Yeah, because I remember talking with my brother, like seeing everybody get like shit on and died. I was like, did everyone really just think, oh, we have Gojo, let's just send these kids, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll never get like locked up or restrained one day.
Yeah.
And then he does, and shit hits the fan. But yeah, even the anime was great, like all the animation and stuff like that. Poor Nanami, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
That wasn't a great time to watch, but it was animated beautifully.
Oh my god, yeah.
I feel like Nobara was kicking Mahito's ass, which was great.
Yep.
And I feel like the author nerfed her because she was beating his ass, and he literally said, oh, she's like hitting my soul. She's the perfect counter. Why didn't he die? You know?
Yeah.
And then when she was running back and she saw the clone, why would she let it touch her face or like not deflect? So I was like, they gave Mahito so much, what's the word? Plot armor.
Yeah,
they gave him
there,
so
yeah.
much plot armor because she was beating his ass with her hammer.
Yeah.
You know?
Apparently, I will say, the clone running in the anime looks longer than it is, but apparently it's like a fraction of a second.
Oh,
So
that
it's
makes
like
sense
they
then.
stretch it out to make it look like
Longer.
Apparently it's just like
Oh, and then he's
okay.
right there. Oh,
Shit.
that makes sense.
That makes
Because
sense.
I was over here talking my shit. I
Yeah.
was like, she's got a weapon. She's
Yeah.
got reflexes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like seeing that part too. Even in season 1 when her and Yuji have their little black flash combo. Like,
so good.
Yeah. They they tapped. Yeah. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just overall collectively, besides the death. But
Yeah.
yeah, great
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah. I swear I hate Gege so much.
Yeah.
I say this and yet I love the story. Well, most aspects of the story I love. There's some I'm just like, stop. Please
Yeah.
stop.
Oh
Just,
no.
just stop. Just please, just stop. But I do think it is crazy that, you know, like I'm going to say back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, as far as we're not going to count Pokemon or Sailor Moon. It's more. I'm more talking about the more adult-oriented anime.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop was a phenomenon.
Ooh, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay.
I've heard
Well,
things.
it's very good.
Yeah.
Extremely well done. One of the best ever. Cowboy Bebop reached levels that we had never seen before.
Yeah.
And then Attack on Titan came out. And then it surpassed that.
Yeah.
And then once Attack on Titan ended, I was like, okay, there's not going to be another one. We're not going to see another Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
There was like celebrities tweeting about Attack on Titan at its height.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way. And then this season of Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm like, oh, never mind. Okay, cool.
I was
We're gonna
wrong.
get. I was wrong. I guess it's not once in a generation anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's just like, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm like, you don't watch anime.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Right.
I mean, I'm happy for it, but it's also funny to see a normie's take on the anime.
Yeah.
Or. Yeah, on the anime, because they're not going to read the manga. But it's really interesting to see their take on it from, because, you know, they're used to Western media.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest kind of, I want to say, selling factors is the fact that anybody could be gone.
Yeah. No one's safe.
No, they got the Game of Thrones treatment.
Yeah.
Something about that the Western media loves, or Western, you know, audiences. And yeah, I can't get over how friggin' popular it is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I could figure out what captivates people, but yeah, like came out of nowhere. Like like how you said, like normies, like a lot of my friends who don't usually watch anime got into it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Have you watched JJK?" And I was like, "Of course I have." But,
Excuse me.
yeah. Yeah. Right. But yeah, they just got into it.
Yeah.
And then it's not like it was streaming on like Netflix or some other popular streaming sites. It was on like Crunchyroll and other illegal sites.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they just got into it.
Yeah. It's crazy. So who's your favorite character? Because that is always if you say Sukuna, get off the podcast.
Oh God, no.
Thank
no.
God. Okay, you're good.
That's for you, Sukuna. You can have this finger.
Yeah.
I would say Yuta.
Oh,
yeah,
hell yeah. Let's go.
Yuta all the way.
All right.
He just pops on the scene. He's got his sword. He's got Rika, you
Absolutely.
know. He knows what he's doing. He cares about people. It's cool. I will say, when Sukuna did his little fire thing.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty tight.
That was
pretty cool.
dope. That was dope. I'll give the piece of shit that that much.
But yeah, Yuta for sure. I want to say for the people I know that are still alive. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, that's so sad.
Right?
Oh God. I had to go through a list and be like, oh no, no, they're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
Right?
So fun. So when I saw JJK Zero for the first time, that was I hadn't read the manga at all. I just anime only at that time. So we saw JJK Zero, which for those who don't know is the prequel to JJK, which with Yuta, Maki, Panda, Inumaki, and Gojo. And a bunch of other people, but anyway, as soon as the story was like, and he was bullied, and I'm like, well, I love him.
Right.
I'm gonna connect with him, aren't I? And then it just continued, and I was like, I love him. Like, he's just so badass,
right? I remember when I saw that, I didn't know anything about his character.
Yeah.
So I thought this was just like a prequel thing and this guy was gone or like he like died or something.
Yeah.
So I remember leaving the theater talking to my friends and I was like, oh, it's sad that they killed him off. And they're like, oh, actually he's like still in it. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, he's still alive. And I was like, oh, he's coming back then. I was like, that's my man.
Yeah.
I was like, go number 17.
Oh my God, yeah. I love that boy.
Right? He's so cool.
I would die for that boy. Straight up. A sweet little bean who can kill you in an instant.
Yeah, when he like popped up in the anime and he was like or even in the manga, when he was like I'm here to execute Yuji, I was like, he's fucked.
Literally, that is one of my favorite like quotes in the whole manga because it's just that frame of him like, I'll kill Yuji Itadori myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
right.
Like, oh, I have goosebumps right now. Like, it is so good.
I was like, he's dead.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Wrap it up.
Yep. Goodbye. Don't care how many fingers you have inside of you. Goodbye.
Yeah. I was like, you're gonna die. You know?
Thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, no problem.
It was such a good time.
Right.
Where can the lovely people find you?
They can find me on which camera's on? Both?
Both.
Okay, I got to do both eyes. You can find me on TikTok or Instagram at Saber7. That's SABERSVN. Yeah.
Edit Adam, I'm so sorry you had to do that. Yeah, go follow him and follow me at Corky Cosplays. You can follow the there's an Instagram for this podcast. I always forget to plug it. So go follow that. Adam Corky everywhere else. And donate to the Ko-fi. It helps the show out. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
See ya.